What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott, and as you can see by the title below, we're going to talk about a topic that I have touched several times before, but I think I can add a little more value every single time, and that is, why are these guys always coming back? So the thing I'm going to talk about today is a framing concept. And if you want to learn more about framing and context, which in my opinion are the most important things when it comes to attraction and getting a guy hooked, check out my guide down below, almost 300 pages on maximizing attraction. If you have any problem where a guy is pulling away, he is inconsistent, he is playing games, he is unsure about you, it is a lack of attraction. Women like to find out the hard way. Just get the book and maximize attraction, know how to play the game better, and you're going to have men be more consistent with you. So this is in the guide, but I want to touch on it here, and it's what I call the wider lens. One of the reasons I think guys pull away, now I don't think they're conscious of this, but it does benefit them, and it's the benefit they get from pulling away and leaving you wondering, okay? And what the wider lens concept basically states is, I use the analogy of the wider lens because whoever has the wider lens wins. It means they see things that the other person with a smaller lens does not see. And with this information, they can use it to their advantage. So for example, I'll give you two examples of this, and I use this in the guide. One example would be if you and I are texting, and all of a sudden my texting pattern changes and I'm leaving you on red, or I'm inconsistent and sporadic with my texting. It's going to catch you off guard, and you're going to wonder why that is. Now, I have the wider lens in this situation because I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. You can speculate, you can assume, but you have no idea why. And what usually happens in this interaction is a woman or the man, or whoever has the smaller lens, it's going to find ways to try to balance it out, or they're going to self-sabotage. So, for example, you might do validation-seeking behavior. You might self-sabotage. You might freak out. You might get in your own head. You might question things. It could be 1,000 different things you do. And again, it's all because you have the smaller lens. I have the wider lens. I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. Therefore, I have a little more intel, a little more power on you in the situation. Another example is, let's say you and I are going on a date, and I think I'm going to get it in. I'm not. And I'm not, but I think I am. So I'm investing and trying my best and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you're the gatekeeper. It comes basically down to if you want to have sex or not. And because you don't, you don't reveal this information, and you have the wider lens because you know how it's going to unfold. I do not. It gives you power in that situation. So a lot of guys, when they do pull away, or whoever does pull away, I guess, it gives that person the advantage if the other person's really caring and things like that. And so when he does it, especially when he kind of catches you off guard with it, you might start acting accordingly, which is more validation-seeking behaviors, which does benefit him. But that's all that. Now, the other reasons why a guy, that's why he does it. One of the reasons. It could be also a pressure, context builds up, layers. He freaks out, gets his own head, maybe you do something crazy. There's a million reasons why a guy pulls away. Now, the reason a guy always comes back, in my opinion, and women do not like when I say this, but like 95% of the time, and you're part of the 95%, not the 5%, this is mostly the exception to the rule. The guy is coming back for assets. It's much easier to come back when you desire assets versus, waking up one day and realizing you made a mistake, because that's based on attraction. But if I wake up, if I'm already pulling away to begin with, and then I go this gap without talking to you, where's this attraction coming from? I know what I'm doing. I don't miss you as in terms of like the idea of a relationship. I might miss the assets you offer. So that's why the guy comes back around sporadically out of nowhere. That's number one. Number two, you're what I call pre-qualified. And what this basically means is it's just easier to get it in with you because we have validated each other. We have went through all of the interviews, the dates, the ups and downs, of getting to know each other, the comfort, and then we became intimate. It's much easier to do that with you versus another person and starting from scratch. So I tell ladies, yeah, guys might come back around, but majority of the time, it's not a good thing. I mean, if you guys are okay with friends and benefits, that's one thing. But if it's not good in terms of if you're wanting a relationship and he doesn't, you have to think to yourself, well, why do you pull away in the first place? A guy just doesn't wake up and realize, oh man, she's the one. I really liked her. What was I thinking? It happens, but if you were intimate and you were not boyfriend, girlfriend, and then you separate and then he comes back around, assume it's for the assets unless he proves otherwise, okay? So if you want more information on all this, link is down in the description to my guide. Ladies, I love you. Take care and peace.